Record.
Yeah, let's record. All right, we're ready.
Alright. I ain't going on mute. Yo, hold on one second. I'm calling him now.
So, what's going on, everybody? This is Kahunaveli TV. We have a very important live podcast coming. We're gonna have a guest on here. This guest was brought to us by my brother, Hype, Free Hype, and he wants to talk to all of the guests on YouTube and every other platform that he will be featured on today.
Alright, he's calling the phone right now. Hello?
What's going on?
How you doing, brother?
How you doing? Right now you're live on Kahunaveli TV on YouTube. So my brother told me that you had a few things that you wanted to talk about and address.
Yeah, I was in upstate, and they told me that I had to be civilly confined in a psychiatric facility. And while I was there, I was sitting at the table, and a guy who had been there for about 19 years, he suffered from auditory hallucinations. He heard voices, and he succumbs to those voices often.
Okay.
I wasn't aware of this at the time. I had the headphones on my ear. He hit me so hard he knocked me to the next table. I had on a pair of glasses coming out my eyes, and I was charged with killing him. What they told me was that I took a few punches, and his sister took him off life support. I was convicted of. I was charged with murder in the second degree, convicted of first degree manslaughter. The problem is that this individual should never have been in a ward with us. We should have been informed that he was very violent. Like, he came on the wound that he was on because he had knocked the staff teeth out of him about 2-3 days before that.
Right.
They never informed us of this. And I just received 22 years in prison. I never made it to my family. I went to state prison to that facility for 10-week ART. I had 3 weeks to go home when he attacked me. And I just defended myself. I responded to the attack. I mean, I'm in prison. I've been cut, stabbed, hit the head with mop ringers. I've experienced a lot of trauma in prison. I mean, I'm in the jungle. And when that happened, I might have thought that I was back in that jungle, which is why I responded the way I responded.
Right.
And then I was given 22 years in state prison for defending myself against the individual who had just bust my eye. I got pictures, paperwork, I had everything to substantiate the claim that I told them a half an hour after the incident that I don't remember what happened. What they're doing here, especially in Rockland County, is the crime against humanity as far as how they charge the people in crimes and railroad them in their system. There was no way in the world that I should have been found guilty of defending myself. I did what anybody would do in a situation like that. I was attacked. I mean, my eye was busted open, and he hit me. He rocked me real hard. He rocked me. He passed away according to them, because of the injury. But there's more to the story, because these people hated this guy, which is why they never told us that he was real violent like that. They knew that he would attack somebody on our wall, and they knew also that our response would be different than their response. If he attacked them, all they could do was restrain him. But we just came from state prison. Those guys been in jail for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. They experienced certain hardships in prison. So I mean, we in the jungle in prison.
Right.
And I just received 22 years. I'm hurting, my family hurting. My heart goes out to the deceased, because the brother was sick. But we were all damaged. We were all damaged. All of us were damaged. We in a psychiatric facility.
Right.
And I went from state prison to that facility. Now I'm here, 22 years. And I just feel, that this system, I'm a violent individual, but I I haven't had a fight in the street since I was 14. I'm 55 right now. That's 41 years. You know, violence is not a reflection of who I am, but it's a reflection of where I've been. And I've been in prison. I've been in the junk. You know, I'm not a violent person in the sense of that I like to spill blood or I like to get into altercations. I'm in the jungle. I'm talking about I've never been to beaches. I've been to all maximum security prison. I paid my debt to society. I wanted to go home and move on with my life. This is heartbreaking for myself. It's heartbreaking for my family. Another thing that is the prosecution. The thing that the prosecution was allowed to get away with. They knew that the people that was on the stand committed perjury. They committed perjury. They lied about what happened. They said one thing when they had a conversation with them, when they had an interview by members of the justice system, but when they had on the stand, they had to protect the interest of the facility, and they had to, protect themselves from lying. So they lied, and the prosecutor heard the interview. He knew they were lying. This is heartbreaking. All the way around. My heart goes out to whoever that lost life. But a lot of people played the role in this. I just defended myself. He attacked me, and I defended myself. I just don't understand. I'm 55 years old right now, so it's definitely,
Right.
And I just think,
Is there anything that anyone that you want specifically to get this message, or anything that you're saying, anyone you want to shout out, give your name again? Is there anything anything you want to say to the youth to keep them from being in a situation like that or anything like that?
Yeah, well, my name is Elias Stone. My name is Billy Pugh, but I'm under Elias Stone. And as far as the youth is concerned, listen, y'all gotta stop playing games. Ain't nothing slick about prison. Oftentimes guys try to come here thinking that this is a badge of honor. We're talking about days and years and months. We're talking about time that you'll never be able to get back. And 15 minutes of fame or just trying to get notches under your belt, ain't nothing happening with this. Ain't nothing happening. This is for suckers. Anybody who think otherwise, really need his head examined. Because being incarcerated, you being told what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. This makes no sense. This is not for a human being. Is never, ever, ever supposed to be a captive, and that's pretty much what you're doing. You're captive. So also another thing I like to point out is that for 200 years, the nation has known that when you incarcerate those with severe mental illness, you exacerbate or you make their problems worse. But what these people are doing with mass incarceration and incarcerating those that they view as severely mentally ill, I'm considered a level 1S. I'm considered level 1S. Level 1S is the highest mental illness that you can have. That means you can severely mentally ill. And you have many individuals in this country alone. You have 350,000 men and women in prison who suffer from high levels of mental illness. And for women, it's even higher. And it makes no sense. These people are steeped in hypocrisy. But for the youth, once again, whoever is hearing my voice,
right?
Stop. Leave this nonsense alone. Ain't nothing happening with coming to prison. This is not a badge of honor. This is not a badge of honor. This is disgusting. And it's not a rite of passage. Don't take this like that.
Right.
I like that. My family, Dennis Pugh, Lonnie Pugh, Peter, Alex, Angie, my sister Kalita. I would like to shout out my nephew Shamik. One more thing, beloved, before I go. My nephew Shamik was in Lucasville prison in Ohio. And he was sitting at a table with 4 other individuals. It was 4 of them. A white supremacist neo-Nazi was allowed to get out of his shackle, and he stabbed all 4 of them. It was on YouTube. His name is Shamik Pugh. He stabbed all 4 of them. And my nephew was stabbed 12 times, and it collapsed his lung. You know, and no lawyer in the state of Ohio wanted to take the case because they didn't want to go against the state. But that was allowed to happen. You know, I don't know if you saw it or if any of your listeners seen it, but this is the thing that goes on inside these prisons. And this is why the youth, y'all will never ever want to get caught up in this system, because ain't nothing happening here but darkness and ignorance. You know, that's the only thing that's happening here. Use my situation as an example. Get yourself together, because you'll never know where 15 seconds, 20 seconds of insanity because you're a lifetime in pain. You know, and now I'm dealing with a lifetime of pain, and I don't even remember doing what they said I did, because I was robbed. The individual hit me so hard, he knocked me to the next table. You know, so I just need those who are listening to this to take heed to my voice. You know, what's going on in here is a crime against humanity, and what they're doing in these courtrooms, it's incredible, the leeway that these courts are allowed to have, especially with our lives. I didn't make it to my family, you know. I didn't make it to my family. 22 years. 22 years makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever.
Is there a chance for appeal, or is it is what it is at this point?
Well, I haven't put the appeal in. That's another thing. The attorney that I had, his name was Shumbroom, and they asked him if he had anything to say. He said no. That's unprecedented. A man just got convicted, got sentenced, was about to get sentenced to the rest of his life in prison, and he did not speak on my behalf. He didn't say, he didn't say Mr. Stone wasn't in his right state of mind. He didn't say, he just came, the man attacked him. He didn't defend me at all. I represented myself in the trial, but a few months ago, I was given an attorney to represent me, and he was supposed to have been representing me. But this guy never said anything on my behalf.
Right.
So that's as far as the appeal, I'm going to put it in. I'm going to continue to fight. I have no choice. I have no choice. I don't want to just let them take my life away from me. But everything is in their court, bro.
And
it's in their court.
We want to give you our prayers and let you know that we are gonna push this story as far as it can go, so that the youth, so that anyone who's willing to help can hear it, and try to get you some sort of assistance. We want to thank you, because what you said was really powerful, and it's gonna help a lot of the youth who's now hearing this firsthand, and who's hearing it from somebody who's actually going through it at this present time, and who's gotten the worst end of what could possibly happen in the legal system.
Thank you. I want to thank you. Because I just need some help. I just need somebody to, get. My name is Elias Stone, ALIAS, Elias Stone, STONE. I just need somebody to hear this and to understand that what is going on in this system, what they're allowed to get away with, is a crime against humanity. I'm looking at the day room right now. All I see is Black and Latino individuals in this day room now. That it shouldn't be this way. I don't want to make it a race thing, but
you're right.
Is, man, we occupy.
You're right. It is a race thing at the end of the day, and it's been that way since day one. But we do want to let you know that you have the right to an appeal. You weren't given proper representation under the 6th Amendment. So you just, like I said, we're going to try to get it as far as at least the Breakfast Club and any platforms that we can try to get this content to and this information to. If you want, we will dedicate a radio piece to you, and reintroduce your story to the people Again, whether it's us ourselves go on the platform and talk about what we just allowed you to voice to the people. That way we could get the story a little further, and it will be shared around.
Well, I thank you for that, beloved. I really appreciate that.
Right. I mean,
Really appreciate
Black people, people of color, whether it's Latino or Black, we gotta support each other, and we gotta try to support help each other. Whether if it's something as simple as getting your voice out there and your story heard, it's got to be done. There's not enough of that.
No, it's not, but especially in Rockland County. In Rockland County, this is a different animal. They just don't have any regard for our civil rights or our constitutional rights. There's no way in the world that an individual that's somewhere for 10 weeks, and he be on his way home. 7 weeks into the 10 weeks, that individual is attacked by an individual that they know is the most violent person in that facility. He broke jaws, knocked their teeth out, broke their arms, broke their legs, and they put him around individuals who just came from state prison, who on their way home. We're talking about damaged individuals that need help. We went there to get help from these people. But instead of giving us help, they placed us in a situation in which they know we wouldn't be able to deal with that situation. They knew that if he attacked one of us, that we was going to respond because we just came from, what I would see was the jungle. And prison is a jungle.
They say it's like gladiator school. They say it's like gladiator school.
Absolutely, beloved. Absolutely. Prison is gladiator school. So when we are attacked, and another thing that was funny is that, no one on the jury ever got into a fight before. So they had no idea what would be the individual's response if he is attacked. The one man had a fight 50 years ago when he was in Vietnam. All 12, he was the only one that got into a fight. That was 12 years prior to that. So if someone is attacked, they basically not going to know what the situation is. Another lady, she had a business interest in the facility that I was in. She had a business interest in it. Another lady that was on the jury was sick. She was extremely sick, and the judge said, "I'm gonna call to see if she can come in." She came in. She was bundled up. She was really sick. 15 minutes after we got in, they deliberated. They found me guilty.
So, with that being said, we want to give you at least point you in a direction on how to successfully defend yourself. If I was you, I would look into the castle law, and look into cases that are similar to your own, because you had the right to defend yourself. I don't think that it was fair that you got the sentence that you got, because the alternative would have been for you to submit your own life, and I don't think that's fair for anyone to be forced to do. So I would look into the castle law.
The copy law?
Castle, as in CASTLE law. Castle law.
Okay.
And I would look into that because you had the right to protect yourself.
Yeah. You're absolutely right, beloved. You're absolutely right. Unfortunately, they didn't see that. They didn't see that. Also, another thing, if I may, when I was in state prison, it was kind of hard. Are you listening, beloved?
Yes, of course.
When I was in state prison, it was kind of hard. It was real difficult, because they was gunning for me in the maximum security prison, and I really believe that this was the reason why they brought this guy to my to my table, specifically brought him to my table and said, "Hey, Stone, this is my man Ronald. Look out for him. He's a good guy," knowing that he attached those closest to him. But they was putting crushed glass in my food. I was defecating blood. They They would take me down there, search me, they take their thumb, they stick it in your rectum, and they would flinch, they threw me on the ground, beat me up, and they put a weapon next to my face and gave an option. Either pick your poison. Either you accept what just happened, or we're gonna charge you with this weapon. And we're gonna send you to special housing unit. You know, and so you definitely won't be going home. And since I'm on my way out the door, I got to accept that. You know, the humility, the inhumanity, you know, that I was facing. You know, it could have contributed to my response. You know, I tried to explain to the lawyer when they gave me this lawyer. I tried to explain to him the things I went through, but for some reason the lawyer didn't want it to go in that direction.
Right.
Which is why I got rid of him. Because it seemed like he was working with the prosecution.
Right.
It really seemed that way, like he was working with the prosecution. So I got rid of him and I represented myself. I was found not guilty of murder because I was charged with murder in the second degree, but the judge gave them the option to find me guilty of a lesser included offense. I objected to that because they knew from the very beginning that it was never murder. They knew that I wasn't, you know, that the guy hit me and I did what was a normal response.
Right.
You know, but they said that I exceeded the limit. Again, there's more to it, you know, and I wish, you know, I really wish that the listeners can read transcripts of the trial, see the lies that they told, and how I proved that these people were making these things up because they wanted to protect.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to protect the facility, and they wanted to protect themselves from life. You know, but
well, we're hoping. Okay, but we're hoping that with you now being on our platform, that you know there will be some sort of help out there, and to help you through this, because there's no justice in what they've done to you, because at the end of the day, the penitentiary and the penal system is not just to protect the public from people who may have made a mistake and committed a crime in their life, but it's also to protect those people who have made those mistakes once they're in that system. So you did not receive the proper protection that you had the right to have. So we want you to know that, you know, our platform is supporting you. Our platform, like I said, is going to spread your message to the people, and because what happened to you was an injustice, and we want you to know that we're praying for you, and we want you to, you know, be hopeful and don't give up, and keep fighting, because you had a right to protect yourself.
Yeah, I thank you for whatever help you can give me, my brother. You know, and you know, whatever prayers that I can get. You know, I appreciate that because I need that. You know, I'm 55 years old right now. You know, this is pretty much it. I can see if I intended to commit a crime. I can see if I had intentions of doing someone harm.
Right.
But I woke up that morning, you know, I didn't wake up that morning with the intent of harming someone or to commit a crime.
Right.
I had 3 weeks to go home.
Right.
You know, I had 3 weeks to go home.
And
3 weeks to go home.
We want you to know that there's people right now in the comment section. They're sending their love, and they're telling you to stay strong and keep your head up. We want to encourage the viewers and the listeners out here to keep sending your love to this brother. You know, he's really going through it, and he was given a amount of years that not many people are strong enough to even hear that amount of time being told to them. So some of you aren't even 22 years old. So we want y'all to learn from what he said, and learn that this justice system ain't here to protect you. You know, a lot of times that one mistake you make will be the last. So we want you guys to listen to his brother, share your love, and any support you could give to this brother, please do. Is there anything else you would like to say to the listeners and the viewers?
Yeah, you know, once again, I can't emphasize this enough. This is not for us. This is not for us. This incarceration, if you think that this is a badge of honor, if you think that this is a rite of passage, think again. These are years, these are months, these are days, these are weeks, these are hours that you can never get back. You know, it's nothing like coming by, and he's saying name, and he's saying name and number, because you know he's coming by with the mail, and you're hoping upon hope that he will stop by your cell just to give you some mail, just so you can be acknowledged that someone cares.
Right.
These things weigh on you. These things weigh on you, and it's nothing slick. It's nothing slick about being in here, going through this in humanity. Please, brothers, do the right thing out there. You know, leave the, get out of the state of darkness and ignorance that we begin at times. You know, and help build positive things inside that community. We all we got. And if we don't stand together, you know, we just gonna be doing the work of the enemy has, you know, that the enemy wants us to do against each other. You know.
Right. And
stay out of here.
Okay, so we also want to encourage you, if this reaches the masses on such a scale that you can get out sooner than they say, we want to encourage you in there, or when you come home and touch down, to write a book, because that story is definitely going to sell, and people need to hear and see and read what you have to say.
Yeah, you know, I hope, you know, see, beloved, I've spent all my life in here, and I've seen this from when I was a child. I don't think individuals really understand what being incarcerated, having these experiences, what it does to you. You know what it does to you, and this is nothing that we supposed to be, you know, valuing. This is nothing we supposed to be valuing, brother. You know, please don't do that. As far as the book, you know, God willing, I could put it in paper, and those with an interest, you know, take interest in it. Also, there's a movie coming out called Just Mercy. You know, Just Mercy. It's with Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
It's with Jamie Foxx and Michael P. Jordan, I believe. It's about an individual that established an organization to fight against keeping children and incarcerating children for life.
Right.
And it was a brother, Stevenson. His name was Stevenson. He fought to get brothers off of death row. Anyone who can see that movie, I would advise them to see that movie. You know, that pretty much will tell you what goes on inside the system. Also, it's a book by Stevenson called Just Mercy. Read that book, and read The New Jim Crow by Michelle Alexander. You know, read those books if you brothers get a chance. If brothers and sisters get an opportunity to, please read those books.
Right.
Those are important.
So once again, we want to thank you for joining us on our platform.
Okay.
If we could, we're gonna try to hopefully set up a GoFundMe so that people could try to create funds for you while you're in there. We can't promise anything, but we're gonna try to make it work.
Whatever you can do for me, beloved, it'll be appreciated.
Okay.
All right. We gotta go right now, but they're doing the little medication run. But listen, once again, I really appreciate this, and God bless all you brothers and sisters, you know, that are listening, you know, and that'll keep me in their prayers.
God bless you too, my brother. Thank you for everything and your message. The youth really needs it.
All right. Okay. Thank you. You take care of yourself.
You're welcome, and you yourself.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you for using GTL.
Hello? I guess he did. So, what'd you think about the
Yeah, it's good. I'm about to share it on my all three of my Facebook pages.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna finish this live out real quick, do the closing, and call you back.
All right, and let me know so I can go on there and just share it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So what did you think?
That's crazy. Just listening to like no relation to me, and I can feel it. Like
I think I really just hearing that story. A 55-year-old man, if I heard him correctly, getting 22 years. That's 77, if I'm not mistaken. That's 77 years before he could see the light of day again. He'll be lucky. Most people don't live to 70, and especially with the diet that you have there is the bare minimum after the bare minimum of your dietary needs. And a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people don't understand that when you are in a penitentiary system and you're locked in a cage, right? And you're locked in a cage, people don't understand that. Sorry for the microphone being a little blown out in the beginning. We just we had to we had to be able to hear the caller, so we wanted y'all to hear. People don't understand when you're locked in a cage that deteriorates your health, that destroys you, and we don't want the youth to end up the same way this brother in a position this brother, young people of color, or anybody, any of you youths out there, anybody who's following behind somebody doing something wrong, thinking you living a life, living fast and dying young. We want you to go and listen to this and watch this and hear what he has to say. We've already lost so many, and now you're hearing it from another brother. How many people do you have to hear tell you that this prison life ain't for you? That there's nothing in that. There's not a badge of honor, like he said. And we want to encourage you people to show him some love in the comment section. Like, comment, share, subscribe to this platform. This platform is sponsored by and brought to you by Luxurious Eating, the body care line, and Shemesh, the up and coming clothing line that'll be dropping very soon, owned by myself, Kahunaveli, and
Nefertari.
so we want you guys to really tune in. And we just wearing some basic tees and sweaters and whatever right now because it's really late night. And we had to get on this story. We got the story yesterday. We wasn't expecting to have to cover it at this time, but we thought we'd show this brother some love, and we wouldn't have had this story so if it wasn't for hype. So free hype.
Free hype.
And
hype
I want
y'all president.
That's a fact. So I want y'all to put that in the comment section as well. Free hype and hype for president. We want if it wasn't for hype, this brother's story wouldn't be out here right now. So hype is in a messed up situation himself, and he's trying to do something positive by helping other unfortunate and brothers in there who has no other outlet. He's using his connection to the outside world to help this other brother reach his hands out and get a little support and see some sunlight. So we want all of you to share your love. We're gonna work on getting a GoFundMe or something like that for both hype and this brother that you just heard,
Elias Stone.
So we want to give a shout out to Elias Stone and his family, and give our prayers to them, and thank Elias Stone for his words, because he didn't have to share his personal information to give y'all a message of positivity and change. So is there anything else you want to say to the people right now?
Keep them in your prayers, because think about it as if this was one of your family members. You want the same to be done. His story should be heard.
Right. So we are going to right now we're also filming this not only on the computer platform, but we also are filming this with our camera in HD. We're gonna be making an educational video about injustice in the penal system, and injustice in the the law itself in the United States. And we're gonna work on it. We're gonna come up with a name. We're gonna be dropping it soon here on YouTube. So I want you guys to be on the lookout. Be ready. Apparently, there's a documentary coming for this brother as well. So we want you guys to be on the lookout for that, for Elias Stone's documentary, and for this educational piece that we're going to be dropping soon, along with other projects and things that right now we just don't feel it's the appropriate time to mention. So with that being said, I'm going to say peace to everybody here on the live, and I'm going to let the co-host for today say goodbye to everybody.
All right. Bye, everybody. Make sure you keep saying his name. Free Hype, free Elias Stone. Anybody whose family is incarcerated, free them. Friends, family, relatives, anything.
Okay. So we just want to let the community know that in this wavy world order, we really care. And we supporting those who don't have support right now. So peace.
Wavy World Savvy.
Hey.